Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Goldsmith Gaming with me, Christopher, and we're back with The Outer Worlds and our first playthrough of the game, where we are standing here in front of the Saltuna cannery, where we are going to challenge Reed Tobson, or at least that is what I think that I will be doing. Now, for those of you who are sort of joining in this episode, slight recap is that we have indeed sided. I say sided with, but we rerouted the power from the geothermal plant to Edgewater, meaning that we sort of screwed over the deserters. Our reasoning for that being that the people of Edgewater are, by and large, innocent. So taking away their power is going to put them in an extremely difficult position. They won't be able to remain here, so what are they gonna do? So a lot of innocent people would have been affected by that. So yeah, that is sort of the basis for the decision, and also a bit of role-playing by myself and my character. Now, luckily, the game was actually good enough to give me a choice, which is to confront Reed Tobson. Now, exactly what is gonna happen, I don't know. Basically what I've been saying is that I will handle Reed Tobson. What that means, as I said, I don't know. We'll see. I hope that it means that I can convince him to step down from his position, because the reason why the town is in this shape is largely because of him. That is at least what I take out from this. I don't believe the Spacer's choice by themselves would create something like this. I think that this is largely because of the leadership of the town. He hasn't been able to maintain the town, basically. So that is my reasoning for trying to get rid of him. So plus points to the game for allowing me to do something about that. Now, will the game get some more plus points for me being able to choose who I place in position? We'll see about that. I'll be happy if the game actually does make me choose, like who do I think should be the better fit. If the game just automatically picks someone, that means that that person might very well be the incorrect person in my mind. Now, Adelaide, for example, obviously not an option. She wants to turn the whole cannery into a greenhouse. Now that sounds good. What's less good is that she intends to use human corpses as fertilizer. Not alive people, obviously, but basically she wants to dig up the graves outside of town. Now, one of the questions that I think that my character should have asked her is, would she be ready to do that with her own son? One of the reasons why she left the town was that her son died in here, sort of because, well, in her opinions at least, because of how the town was run. So would she be willing to dig up his corpse and put it through the grinder as well? If not, then she's a hypocrite, and she should understand that what she's doing is wrong. Just because the town has handled her and her family poorly doesn't mean that she can just dig up loved ones from the ground and grind them down to be fertilizer. So yeah, she also seems to think that this is an endless supply, which is obviously isn't. I also don't know exactly how many corpses is needed for her. So she might be true in saying that it's gonna last a long time, but endless it is not. So she's gonna have to count on people dying as well. So yeah, Adelaide not an option. We have Grace, the I don't know exactly what she is. She seems like sort of a ranger slash sheriff type person. Someone who's a little bit unsure of herself, but seems to be of a good heart. I would not be sad if she took the place. And after that, I don't know. I mean, they might offer up the vicar as an option. I don't like him either. He seems weird, but he's also said that he wants to come with me on my ship, and I've told him that he can. So he's probably not going to be a choice. Well, I mean, if he was presented a choice, then maybe he would accept it. I don't know. But I think that we've talked enough about this. Let's head up to Reed Tobson and see what he has to say about all of this. Here's some cheerful elevator music as we go up to Reed. So, do I have to pull my guns out? What do you say, Parvati? Guns out? No, we're gonna play nice, see what he has to say. Hello, Reed.
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows through our town like a cool stream of water. I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their posts?
Well, Reed. Yeah. So, I spoke to Adelaide, she won't come back as long as you're here. Yep, that's true. I delivered your message, but I haven't convinced Adelaide to come back. Or I wanted to talk to you about something.
Go ahead.
So, yeah, have you taken a look around your town lately? That's a good question. So what makes you think I convinced those deserters to come back? You seem pretty fixed on bringing Adelaide back to town. We need to have a word about this plague. Yeah, have you taken a look around your town lately?
It is my job to keep 2 eyes on my town. I am the steward of this place, and this is my watch post.
So yeah, the town is indeed falling to pieces.
I wish you wouldn't say things like that.
I agree, or rather, I assume that you wouldn't like that, but exactly, doesn't make it any less true.
I expect you wouldn't understand. You don't see the town as I do. When I stand at my window and look out over my town, here's what I see. I see decent, loyal, hard-working people. I see a family. We are all part of the Spacer's Choice family. We are all doing what we were brought into this world to do.
And no one is arguing against that. I see the same thing. But why would you treat your family like, well, shit? So, yeah, you are indeed loyal to Spacer's Choice, aren't you?
This is a Spacer's Choice town. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here. The company keeps us warm, keeps us fed, keeps us working. Loyalty's got nothing to do with it, friend. This is good old-fashioned gratitude.
That's corporate mumbo-jumbo. So yeah, how long have you worked here?
I'm trying to remember, 25 years, 26. When you get to my age, the years just rush by. You stop counting altogether. I remember looking out this window and seeing the veils spread out from horizon to horizon. We were a sprawling town. We were booming. Times change, people change, but the veil will always be here. Spacer's Choice will always be here. Our work won't ever end. I take comfort in that.
That is true. So yeah, let's see if we can tell him anything else. So yeah, we do need to have a word about this plague.
Can we not? Talking about unpleasant things always gets my bile up.
Well, it should. So yeah, what's your treatment plan here?
Show up to work, put in your hours, wear a smile. Problems of the body come from problems of the spirit. Work improves the spirit and fortifies the body.
Yeah, that doesn't work. Yeah, exactly. You know what else fortifies the body against disease? Antibiotics.
And where do you suggest we find this magical panacea? Can we pan for medicine in the stream? Medicine is a rare and precious commodity. If you demonstrate you have earned the right to be treated, you will be treated. Otherwise, you must heal yourself.
Again, not really how a family works, is it? So yeah, you withhold medicine from your workers.
If I had enough medicine to treat everyone who fell sick, I would, but I don't. I can't save everyone. So I have to choose.
So yeah, exactly. That's monstrous.
Yes, it is. And it's necessary. Spacer's Choice is a family. And the survival of the family is more important than the survival of the individual.
I mean, I accept his logical reasoning for that, but still though. So yeah, for how long has this been going on?
That I cannot say. There was no moment when the plagues began. Disease always lurks on the fringes of society, waiting to infect the idle and the lethargic. But in the last 10 years, the plagues have become progressively worse and increasingly frequent.
So I can still, I mean, I haven't really gone for medical, but apparently I have enough to talk about him, to talk with him about this, though. You should have find immunity after repeated exposure to a single strain of contagion. That is true. And then I just sort of try and be a little bit nice to him. But yeah, let's go with the medical thing here.
Corporate doesn't like us using the word should. It encourages the imagination. I believe plague is a test. It is a test of our loyalty and our fortitude. And it is one we will see through to the end.
That is not how that works.
Go ahead.
But fine. So, okay. This isn't exactly going how I imagined it. So, what makes you think that I convinced those who started to come back?
That you are not one of us may work to your advantage. Adelaide and her folk loathe the people of Edgewater, you see. I admit the fault was mine. I'm about as diplomatic as a bristling canid. I just hope Adelaide and her folk will see their way past my flaws and return to town.
And now I'm becoming really friendly here. Don't believe yourself. No. This is an ugly place to live. Of course, people are going to walk away. I'm actually going to go for that. It might be a little bit harsh. But it is the truth.
Nature is uglier. There is safety here. Safety and purpose. But not all of us see that. And I cannot force that vision upon them. Yes, we have lost good workers to desertion. We have lost even more to plague. But it is why we must square our shoulders and carry on.
I mean, he doesn't really understand how these things work. So yeah, what is your personal history with Adelaide?
Losing Adelaide was the hardest. She was our only flavor specialist. When she walked away, I knew we were in trouble. Spacer's Choice Salt Tuna is renowned across the system for its quality flavors and additives. We used to sell citrus-flavored salt tuna in our heyday. Ever since Adelaide left, we have been reduced to selling unflavored and spearmint.
That doesn't sound good, by the way. Spearmint salt tuna. Obviously, I don't know what salt tuna tastes like, but spearmint salt tuna, doesn't that mean that you're basically eating bubble gum? Ooh, that's bad. Okay, so what is your fixation about Adelaide?
Adelaide was our only flavor specialist. We are a salt tuna canning institution. Salt tuna without flavor is like a cysty pig without tumors, borderline inedible.
Cysty pig, that sounds wonderful. So yeah, don't you people eat anything other than salt tuna?
Word up to me, friend. I'd stack our larders with salt tuna galore. No other brand of salt tuna adds as much vim or vigor to the body's humors. But, and this is something we must keep between the two of us, salt tuna is hard to come by. What with being a species indigenous to the seas of another world.
So exactly, what are you canning here?
Oh, we've scavenged together some organic material from the surrounding environs. Mostly organic, mostly local mushrooms. Some of which possess a texture akin to a well-boiled slab of salt tuna. The difference is all but impossible to detect to any but the prissiest of palate.
Ah, so they're not really doing justice on tuna at this point. But yeah, okay, so this didn't really go the way I wanted it. So how do I get rid of you? Because I want to get rid of you. I don't want you here. So what does the journal say at this point? So it's still... yeah, exactly. Option, remove Reed from Edgewater. Adelaide refuses to return to Edgewater unless Reed is out of the picture. Her people will follow her back to town if she returns. But I don't want Adelaide to hold the time either. I mean, none of these are good options. So what can I do here? And how do I remove Reed? Because I can't really say anything else to him at this point. I would like to just try and flat out shoot him. Does the game allow that? Good question, right? Okay. Well. Well, does that mean that what happened in the... was that the previous episode? I think it was the previous episode, where I talked to Grace, and Grace basically rounded everyone up. Is that what I am forced to do here? Huh. Let's get back to Adelaide and see if she says anything of note here. Let's see if she has anything to say, because last time I tried to talk to her, she didn't offer up anything at all. So I don't know if she's an option at this point, you know, at all. Well, let's head back to the deserters. Right, so here we are again. Let's go talk to Adelaide. See if she says anything now that I've talked to Reed.
Look at that. The snake's come back.
No, I can't. Right, well... this is not what I want to do. But at this point the game... sort of forces me into this. Doesn't it? Well, fine. Let's talk to Grace here.
I don't know what you did to talk some sense into Zoe, but I appreciate it.
Yes, we've handled this. So yeah, leave Adelaide here. Edgewater needs you back. Let's go with this then.
Yeah, you're right. And I suspect Reed's learned his lesson by now. Might even be willing to talk terms with us. Hey, Thomas, gather up your personals and we'll go talk to Reed together.
This is all happening so fast. Give me a little time to give this place a proper goodbye, yeah? Edgewater could use another mechanic. I'm not sure if I'm ready to step into that role, but I'm willing to try my best.
If you see Reed, let him know we're coming back.
So yeah, the game basically said that I failed to... is this? Yeah, it says that I failed to remove Reed. But she didn't talk to me. So how was I supposed to do that? I don't know, but we're gonna go back to Edgewater and talk to Reed and see what happens. I mean, the she doesn't even show up as a quest marker anymore, so fine. Let's head back to Reed and see what it says now. So back at the town and into the cattery and back up to Reed and see. Ooh, okay. Well, I guess not. I guess not. Now, what's going on here then? What's going on here? And can I take these things? Well, I'm not gonna, but the door's closed. Okay. So what's up with that then? Okay, this doesn't really seem to tell me anything. Is there a button I need to press? Ooh, here we go. Use. Was it that easy? Was the elevator just at the top? I guess that is what's going on. Okay, I thought there's something special happened here, but apparently not. Let's head up to Reed, see what he has to say. And here we are. So Reed, my not main man. So yeah, she won't come to town, back to town, but her followers will.
That's good enough for me. Adelaide and I have a history. Was unlikely she'd ever come back. But hope springs eternal. We are in your debt. I am authorizing you for a discount on all official Spacer's Choice products, courtesy of the people of Edgewater.
Well, I mean, that's good. So, the board reputation increased. Ooh. So, can I ask him anything at all at this point? Ooh, quite a lot, actually. So, yeah, about Grace. Do you know the name of Grace?
I do. Grace Romero, wasn't it? Brusque, truculent, never seemed to care much for cannery work.
So yeah, exactly. She's wasted on the cannery. You should think about making her a guard.
Protecting a camp from marauders is no small task. I'll see to fitting her out in a guard's uniform.
That sounds good. And also, Thomas, he wants to be an engineer.
Thomas Kemp? I remember him. Had to write him up for daydreaming a few too many times.
So yeah, he actually is a decent mechanic, and Pravati will vouch for him.
He tries real hard, Mr. Tobson. This is something he wants to do. That'll make him twice as good.
You may be right. And with the town set to grow, it is time I invested in a new mechanic.
So that means that we've at least made that a good thing. So yeah, you have your workers back. What happens now?
This whole fiasco is not one I am keen on repeating. I was too hard on my own workers. I pushed them to their breaking point.
So yeah, good for you. And I'm obviously not going to go with that. You don't have to bend for them. Well, he doesn't, so don't really have to tell him that.
With more hands at the cannery, I expect productivity will rise. I expect we'll grow. And I expect I can ask corporate to send us some more medicine. We'll survive, one way or another.
I mean, the most important thing is that you learn about plagues and diseases and how that works. And the fact that working while being ill is not a good thing because you can spread it to others. But yeah, okay, whatever. So we've done that, which basically means that the unreliable, what is that? Oh, back at the ship, yes. So we sadly didn't level up. How far? Oh, I'm so close. Didn't I have... No, I did not have anything. Well, you know what? We're gonna head back to the ship. And once we're back, we're gonna see if we can get some level up there before we have to sort of leave this place. Because that is what I assume is gonna happen. As I said, this is the first time I play this game, so I have absolutely no idea what's gonna happen and where we're going after this. Because obviously this is not it. You know, obviously. So that's going to be interesting. Let's head back to the unreliable and see what happens there. So here we are, again back at the reliable. Place seems fine for now.
Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship. Working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but every time I think of going back, I get this sinking feeling.
Well, you can come with me. So I can understand not want to go back. You didn't seem happy in Edgewater, or you've never been on a ship before. Yeah, you didn't really seem happy there, did you?
It's kind of you to say that. And you're right. I wasn't happy. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves for my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think?
100% yes. I like you, and I've started to invest a little bit of stuff in you, so why not? So yep, bigger cabin, it's yours. And yeah, I don't really care about Reed, so
yes!
Come on.
I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, ma'am. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
Oh, she's kind of cute, to be honest. So let's get back in here and see what we can do now that we have the power regulator.
I have detected that Edgewater's power supply is now optimal. I applaud your willingness to invest your time in the local community.
Thank you, Ada.
What can I do for you, Captain?
Well, I have a power regulator for you.
Do you know how to install a power regulator?
Absolutely not. Well, apparently I do, with Engineering 25. Sure.
Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you, across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
Well, let's see about that. And did I still not level up? Nope. How much do I have? I can't see how many experience points, but I did not get that much from like 1,500, so I need more. Well, fine. Let's head up the stairs. I would rather hand this over to Parvati, to be honest, but maybe it's just a matter of just shucking it in. Let's do that. Yep, okay, it was. Nothing more to it than that. Beautiful. Let's head down to Ada and see if she allows me to just, fly off at this point. Because I would be happy to do so.
Captain?
Yep, I have indeed installed the power regulator.
All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
So yeah, I can't really do much. Sadly, I can't do the logic module, so we're gonna have to leave.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Well, wouldn't you know? See, I've been waiting to hear from him.
Ah, there you are, hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
Yeah, indeed, get to the point. Oh yeah, I can slow down time.
Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Kelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
Well, isn't that interesting? So the Monarch sounds like a spaceport kind of thing, I guess, and Groundbreaker's probably a ship then. So yeah, why do I need a nav key to land on a on a planet apparently?
Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon.
Or a moon.
Terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it.
I'm sure I
Captains
won't.
don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Kelly.
Well then. So yeah, the Black Marketeer. So yeah, what is stopping you from just leaving Halcyon altogether?
Without a skip drive, good luck. You'll be dead before you make it to the nearest star. Look, I admire your optimism, but the sad truth is you're stuck here. You, me, and the rest of this colony. We're all skating precariously around the edge of oblivion together. None of us are leaving Halcyon alive, so we may as well make it a better place, and we can start by reviving the Hope.
Well, fine. So, Gladys, how do I know I can trust her?
Gladys and I have been doing business for years. Her smuggling credentials are unimpeachable. If anyone can get you a key to Monarch, it's her.
Well, I guess I really don't have much of a choice now, do I? See, I'm not exactly liking the idea of working with a criminal.
Criminals? Goodness, no. Smuggling is a perfectly legitimate business venture. If misappropriating board property is a crime, well then, throw me in Tartarus. Plenty of ways to make money in Halcyon, you know. Not all are above board. Oh, above board, above the Halcyon board. Get it?
Clever boy. Alright, yeah. Hilarious.
Well, sophisticated humor, puns, appreciation of puns is a sign of advanced intellect, you know.
Says the person who appreciates puns. So, yeah, fine. I'll have to go and have a word with Gladys then.
Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
Now that sounds interesting. So yeah, explain to me what that is.
Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another. It has limits. First-generation technology, you see, but promising. Exciting to see it in use at last. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you.
Well, that sounds pretty useful. So what is the limitation?
Only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something like that. Movement makes it more likely. Best used in moderation. When you see guards in your path you can't sneak past, for example. Maintain your distance. Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw their attention. If they pay attention, they're more likely to notice flaws in the hologram.
Fair enough. Right. Yeah, I that's not a very clever question. So yeah, absolutely, I'll put that to good use.
Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Sure thing. And there we have the level up. Can I just nip back down to the colony so that I can do the quest there? Because I wanted to do the diet robot, and for that, since I have been unable to find the key card that I needed, I need 41 points in lockpick, and weren't I higher up on this? Oh, I've been reading this the wrong way, I think. Or was it a hack? Oh, I don't know anymore. Let's not bother with that, to be honest. Let's get a Persuade up to its max. We already have long guns up at max. Now what else? Do I want to go stealth as well, then? Because I am sneaking quite a bit. It wouldn't be too bad to get 4 points in medical to open up a... okay, I can check that, but yeah, open up another spot for consumables. That wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But I kind of want to do more lockpicking and stuff, so we're going to open up some more stealth here as well. So now sneak it up to 20%, or 20 points, which is sneak attack. Attack anywhere enemies while crouched deal bonus damage. Well, that's good, because I do quite a lot of that. Also, we're up to slightly higher. I was already up to these, though, so... oh, and that's probably why I have had some free containers, because of that skill. I didn't even realize that. Now, I would like to see this. What is the next one? Long guns headshot, weak spot damage plus 20%. That's actually quite useful. I try to hit the head most of the times. So maybe next level I just pump that up to 60. Why don't I? I may do that. I may do that. So that's good. I think that that's fine. I'm basically set here that I'm gonna ignore melee, I'm gonna ignore defense, most likely gonna ignore tech, and ignore leadership. So we're just gonna go dialogue, basically range dialogue and stealth, try and sort of move between those as much as possible. Now obviously, at this point I don't necessarily need handguns. I wonder what is the plus here. There's a plus by this one, or is that just because that is where I need to... Okay, whatever. So I don't necessarily want to go higher up on handguns and heavy weapons. It's not necessary for me. So from now on, I'm just going to go long guns here, because that is what I use. As for this, I probably do want to get Lie and Intimidate up as much as possible. So perhaps go to 50 points for Intimidate. And then maybe keep going Persuade, perhaps. And then for Stealth, just both Hack and Lockpick is just good to get up. So, I'm happy about that. Let's go for that. Beautiful. Now let's get back to the captain's quarters. Now, why is this closed? Now she's just hanging out here. Who's banging stuff? Ooh, by the way, one thing that I have been wondering a little bit about, because haven't I picked up... Yeah, I picked up a lot of mods over the years. I was about to say, can I mod stuff? Now, I've already actually off cam, so to speak, added a Quiet Muscler to this gun that I picked up a little while ago. As for the assault rifle, it's just me being able to change to shock damage. I don't want to do that. Haven't really gotten... I have... Oh, I've already done that. Never mind. That is for the magazine. I don't want to do that. I have the ranged weapon spread -20. That's good. 2 times scope that also extends the weapon's maximum range. And sight increases weapon accuracy. That's the one that I have. Do I want a sight instead? Huh. Because the weapon spread down is good, but I would like to have this as a sort of sniper rifle-ish. Let's actually get that one instead. Okay, so that's that. For the pistol, there's only magazine. I don't want to go shock damage. It's on plasma, so I'm okay with that. As for this, yes, I've added the fire noise -90%. Still makes a lot of noise, so I don't know exactly what I did there, but I can change it to shock damage from plasma. Don't know that I necessarily want that. And as for the shotgun, nothing that I can do because I already have shock. Pervatis pistol, she can go shock as well, don't care about that. For the impact hammer, Mr. Ouch, increases damage dealt from a power attack. I don't know if she uses that, but why not? Let's get that done. And that is that for them. What can I do about this then? So the standard troop armor already has a factory stock armor plating. Can't do anything about that. As for, it is gadget then. Gadget, yes. This mod stuns and damages melee attackers. This effect has a cooldown. I don't care about that. As for skill kit, I can have the Silver Tongue kit, dialogue skills +10 and leadership +10. +5 and +10, sorry. The Hunter kit, ranged weapon skill, good. Or tech skills. Let's get that one. That's a good thing. And for the backpack, carrying capacity. That's also very, very good. Let's get back on that. That is the... I believe that is the one that I use. Yes. Well, that was good. So now this is quite a lot better. I'm really liking that. Right. So, Captain's quarter thing. Do I have that as a... I do not. So where was the... Here we go. I got that on my little map here. So, Captain's Quarters. Was I allowed in here? No, I wasn't, because the doors were shut. That is true. So I have a bin where I can transfer all miscellaneous kinds of stuff. Is there a reason for me to do that? I mean, I have a lot of these things. Let's not bother with all... Well, less bothered with them, probably. Yes, because I am carrying quite a lot of stuff, but I don't know much of these. Let's just store all of these weird things. That was the Saltuna fillets. I can keep those. Don't care about that. Melee weapon, don't care about that. Leader, companion ability cooldown. I mean, it's good, but I don't need it right now. And if you didn't already know, then yes, I am indeed that sort of player who will, you know, store and not use a whole bunch of stuff because I don't really want to use them just right now. I know it's a really terrible way to play a game, and I'm gonna keep this, by the way, because that is a there's a blad on a stick. I mean, I kind of want to sell it probably. Yeah, I mentioned this in my Baldur's Gate playthrough, that, you know, potions, stuff like that. I tend to not use it that much, because I always feel as if there's a better time to use it than, you know, currently. So what does that do? Weapons, nicotine high. Oh, that's no. Let's store those as well. So it's probably going to be slightly similar in this game, I presume. But I'm going to store a whole bunch of stuff here. Let's store all of that. The fructisol. We're going to keep the important stuff, obviously. Gonna store that. So that's better. We're down to 52 at least. As for armors, some of these, that's a sneak one, that's a stealth skill one. That's the lockpick one that I want to keep. I don't think that I'm wearing that one, am I? I am wearing the hat, yes. And Parvati is wearing what she is wearing, a piecemeal mining helmet. So tech skills, she is using a tech skill 1 as well. So is this just better? I think it is. Yes, this is just straight up better. She looks terrible though, but it is better. And this right control armor has stealth skills +5. And the stealth skills were the sneak, hack, and lockpick stuff, which means that if I can boost that up, I mean, this one only has, well, that's a helmet and this is an armor, obviously, so don't care about that, but yeah, exactly. So that's the sneak one, that's the lockpick one, but this one can do everything. So that's an interesting one to save. So I'm gonna save that one. Okay. That one can go. I can keep that one. No, this one can go as well. So I'll keep these 3, but these ones I can break down. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Some more armor parts. And as for weapons, we don't have anything that we are not currently using. So what about this here holographic shroud thing? So the holographic shroud creates a disguise on you and your companions that gives you access to restricted areas, provided you have the correct ID cartridge for that area. Okay, so important thing there. Restricted areas are off limits to unauthorized personnel and otherwise result in being attacked on sight. That's fair enough. Oh, did I just get 16,800 XP for that? Wasn't that interesting? Okay. So when do I use that, or rather, how do I use that? We didn't get any information about that. So what else can we find in this here place? Ooh. Who are you? Sam. Okay, no response from the auto mechanical unit. A serial number etched in his chassis includes the letter SAM. So I guess that this is just something that's gonna happen in the future, I guess. It's gonna sort of, is that gonna be like an optional companion, perhaps? Ooh, weapon parts and energy cell. Let's pick that up. No need for that to be in that little container. And a whole bunch of cool stuff. What is this? Examine. Petunia, the plant. This is not a petunia. Okay. Spades. It's a bunch of ammo. Not gonna say no to that. A backed up toolbox full of modified tools with unique mechanical usages. Digging around in here would be an easy way to lose a finger to a sawtooth blade. Well, interesting. So what's this then? Abigail. First wrench dad ever gave me. She's been a friend ever since from Parvati. Okay, so this is Parvati's room. Now I realize what this is. So yeah, stern older man with warm eyes. Fair enough. So not gonna dig through her stuff more than that. Now, the vicar. Did he not join in? Did I have to go to talk to him or something? I just assumed that he would, you know, hang around. Okay, OSI anointment vial smells especially like iceberg aged whiskey. Okay, fine. I don't know what that is. That's in there, but it is. Something here. Old saber. What does it kill you? Gives you tetanus. Whatever that is. Yeah, the vicar doesn't seem to be here, but apparently, if this makes any sense, I guess that I am able to have more people on this ship, like at the same time. That would be kind of cool. Like I can. Oh, whoa. Don't let to pick that up. Yeah, that I can sort of choose which of the companions I want to use at any given time. I'm sort of assuming that that is the case. Right, well, let's head off to the groundbreaker.
I used to love watching Alex work. Now I like watching you.
Well, that's borderline sexual in a way. So where did Parvati go? I have no idea. Well, let's head off to the groundbreaker. So how do you do this? Ooh, there's a lot of stuff that I can do here. Terra 2, is that where we are? Yes, that is true. We're at Terra 2. So we have a whole bunch of places, but the groundbreaker is a ship indeed. Let's go to that one. Select destination on groundbreaker. That would be the groundbreaker docking base. Well, that's fast.
Yes.
Nice. Okay, there's a lot of stuff happening there. So welcome to the system map. I've already done that. Here you can see all the planets in the system as well as some special points of interest that you may have discovered. You can fly a ship to any location that you have unlocked, though some landing base requires special codes and keys before it allows you to land there. Fair enough.
The groundbreaker.
Ah, the groundbreaker. So are we just gonna...
Can we talk?
Are we just gonna throw ourselves into space and fly there? I don't know what's going on here, but Parvati wants to talk first.
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson.
Okay. So what about her?
I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
Well, that sounds pretty damn good, actually. So yeah, we can do that. We don't have to do that first, though. See, I thought that you said you could keep this boat in good repair.
I surely can. I'm a passing fair mechanic. Even Mr. Tobson would have said it's my only skill. But I'm used to working on cannery lines, AG loaders and the like. There's tricks about ships I ain't learned yet. All I'm looking for is a few pointers. I bet a lady who runs a whole station has forgot more than I ever learned.
Fair enough. So yeah, let's indeed talk to engineering. That's absolutely
Thanks,
fine.
I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
Was you wanted to talk to me, but fair enough. Right, let's head off to the groundbreaker docking base. Well, this was pretty unceremonial. just plonked me down here, and that's that. Just some guy here, Jane Ellison. Well, you know what? We're gonna put a cut in here. We've basically finished off Territory. Well, we haven't finished off because we still have the die robot, and I want to do that at some point. And seeing as I will be increasing my stealth skills as we go along, we are... How well am I doing on my character here? By the way, we're already up a little bit on level 7 here, so if I can get my lockpick skill up enough, we should be able to get in that door at some point at least. I don't expect it to be like a big thing, but there's gonna be something. Oh, there's a chest over here. Well, that's sneaky. Yeah, that is indeed... Is she far enough away? Was that anything interesting, by the way? No, well, some bit cartridges, but that's fine. We don't really need that. So, yeah. The Groundbreaker. It's a big ship, because my ship is big, but my ship fits easily inside this ship, so fine. Let's see what kind of a ship this is, because it even has a customs sign over there. So, is this like a regular little town or something? That might be kind of cool to see. So yeah, that is going to come up in the next episode. For now though, this has been Ghostmith Gaming with me, Christopher. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.